Okay, so we're on the leader call and we're talking about Tiffany and going diamond and just, it looks like it just all of a sudden happened, but I want you guys to notice, like, and she'll even say it, because we had a one-on-one last week, like, this isn't anything that's like just happened. These are conversations that she started back with the No Excuses group. Her business took off, Success Club and coaching wise, when we started that No Excuses group. And that No Excuses group was simply focusing on working out vital behavior, or working out your vital behaviors. That's what it all was focusing on. And that's what got her doing. She did nothing else besides those vital behaviors. And that's what got her business here to 8 coaches in 7 days. She had 5 on our contest for like Thursday to Wednesday. She had 5. And then by Saturday, she had 3 more sign up. But it's just that consistent planting of the seeds, that consistent follow-up, that consistency of posting on Facebook and sharing about the opportunity and sharing that, what was going on. Like, it's that consistency. People that are joined my Success Club points last month, it was just consistency. It wasn't anything new that I did. It wasn't like the new year. It was just people were ready and people saw my consistency. And you guys, it was super hard to post in November and December and the beginning of January and all of January because I hadn't announced our pregnancy yet. And so I didn't post any workout pictures. And if I did, they were old or they were my face. But I just figured out a way and I consistently showed up. And I know everyone's face on here consistently shows up, but so if it doesn't apply to you, like, take that message back to your team and tell them, like, it might be slow now, but you're planting seeds for that next month and the next 60 days and the next 90 days, like, that's huge. That's huge. That consistency is like if they were to ever interview me or ask me, like, what got you to where you are today with your business? And I would say it's consistency. I don't do anything wild and crazy. It's consistency. And it's when I have 4 days like I did with family here and on the go and this and that, like, I just can't wait. I have my, like, to-do list tomorrow. Like, oh my God, I'm going to throw up. This is somehow all going to get done. But it's going to get done because I'm consistent and I'm going to show up for the last 3 days that I haven't. And I don't just say, oh, that was nice to have 3 days off. I'll just take another one, But it's making that list today so that when I wake up tomorrow, I know exactly what I have to do and I can start checking things off and slowly work my way through that list. Okay. So that wasn't exactly what I wanted to talk about, but we do need to keep this to getting off at like 9:05, 9:10 because we have a guest speaker on our team call at 9:15. So I want to make sure that we get everything set up and focused on that. So what I just wanted to touch base with you guys, because it's been a few weeks, is kind of one, talk about who has done their What is Coaching call, because no one's posted a link, so I'm going to see who actually did it. And if you haven't, I want to know why and what's holding you back from doing it. And then next, I want to know who's leading, who's a captain on a team for the February Team Cup, and if you're not a captain, like, what is your team's plan of action for the month? Like, what are you kind of zeroing in on? How are you guys communicating? What are you guys doing? And then, how can I help you be a better leader for that team? What can I do? So who wants to go first and tell me why you haven't done a What is Coaching call? Anyone?
I missed that somewhere. When was that? I'm not trying to cop out. I just missed it. I'll see. I missed that.
Last week.
You mean like the webinar, like making our own webinar type thing?
Yeah.
I have it, but I did it, like, I need to do it on a program because I did it on my phone. And so I have, like, my responses to each thing, but it wouldn't let me continue to go through. So I need to, like, piece it together or just do it all over. But I have it done and I've used it for a couple of my new people. And I used it and I had to send them individual things. So I think I just need to, because I didn't do it, like, live or anything like that. I just did it.
Use the tools that I put in the team page. Use my Indie Meeting or my Zoom.
Okay.
Because you don't want to send people, like, 3 clips where they have to keep
exactly
new clips. So, like, my login and email and everything for Zoom and in a meeting with instructions on how it's saved and what it's going to take for you guys to get that file to you is in there.
Okay.
So I tagged all three of you, not Alyssa. I tagged Lisa, and Heather in that post from last week.
On my to-do for this weekend.
Okay, so I guess I will share. I didn't do mine because I'm nervous. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm nervous about making a recording. It frightens the living shit out of me because that's the one time that I have to make it right, and it seems like I can't make it right. Every time I go to sit down to record it,
You're going to fail miserably.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. And it's like, oh my God, it sounds so stupid, or I don't know, my shit.
No, you're not. But you have to do it the first 5 times so it fails. So that's the only way you're going to get comfortable in front of the screen. Like, there was no way I was getting that. Like, my first one was awful.
I should send you to the link to, I haven't recorded a What is Coaching, but I've recorded a Get Started Right. It's horrible.
It's horrible.
It's terrible.
It's horrible. But that's why I want you guys to do it. Because eventually, if you want to be a leader, if you want to be 1-star, 2-star, 5-star, I'm not sending out Meg's What is Coaching call. I'm not inviting to Meg's sneak peeks. Like, yeah. But the only reason I'm comfortable doing it now is because I started when I was a diamond. And so if you go back into my inning meeting and you go back to like the archive of time, you're going to see some awful What is Coaching webinars. Like, miserable.
Now, can we just do
PowerPoint? Like, it's going to be brutal.
It is going to be brutal. Can we just use YouTube? Is that okay?
No, because you can only use your phone for YouTube.
Oh, you can't do it on the computer.
Can you record on YouTube?
Yeah,
that's what I was curious. Because I know that you got this thing
for through YouTube. You can record through a different program and upload it to YouTube.
Yeah.
But you can't like pull something up in YouTube and record.
Okay, because see, I'm signed up for Zoom, and like I really like how you have your own archive of all that you've ever done, Brittany, and I think that's pretty cool.
But Zoom does that too.
Zoom does it too?
My GSR was through Zoom.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it through Zoom then because I've got that, and then they save it too?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And you just get a link that you can send. Yeah, my GSR is horrid. I don't even want to send it to people because it's horrid.
You know, and like I have videos that it's just awful. Like, but you have to learn. You have to do that to look back at it and say, "Oh, okay."
Well, then this is what I'll do. I'll go ahead and make it. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
No,
you.
go ahead.
I'll go ahead and make it, and then can I post it in the leader group so I could get advice from you guys before I send it out? Because I think that's my biggest thing is I need that support or saying that honesty of you guys saying, hey, really, you need to change this. You can't do that.
That's what I said in the video that I posted last week instead of our call was, I don't know how long the video was, like 10 minutes maybe. But just explaining this and the importance of it and like what, and then the call to action. So go back and watch that video and then you can kind of learn a little bit more about like what I want you guys to take away from this.
Okay.
And I think the easiest way to just like help you guys relax with this is just act like you're talking to someone about coaching. I mean, I showed you guys in the video, but my office is a disaster. I don't even know if I will find what I want to find right now. I think it's it. It's not a disaster. It's just all these papers are in one spot. I mean, I just make a list of my background, my journey, what coaching has done for me, what we do as coaches, the cost, how we make money, misconceptions, and then training. So like I have bullet points and I put it right in front of my computer and I'm looking up, but you'll see me glance down and you know, it's fine. Like you don't want to miss information but half the time, like I just need a quick glance or just see where I'm like leading to, like a hair, leading to, and you can, you know, you just talk from the heart and it's fine, but it takes practice to be able to just glance down and know like what people are hearing. And Alyssa was on the call last week, and even Sarah said, she's like, that was probably one of the best calls that you've done. And it was because I've done this so many times now, whether I've had one person on or last week we had like 35 or 40 people on. It was amazing. And 2, I had just come back from New Leadership Conference, so I was like on a beach body high. And so, but it's I had that passion and I had that drive behind that was coaching webinar. Like I came back with the fuel, and I think that's what comes out more so than the facts, is that this is the chance for the people that you're connecting with on social media to connect with you face to face and hear your voice and your passion and your excitement. So you could say, join my team with a challenge pack that's $140. Or you can join my team. You can enroll with a challenge pack. The challenge pack includes, your fitness program, your first 30 days of Shakeology, and we can help you choose your flavor. And it also gives you access to our on-demand library, which has a ton of different workouts for you to try and learn the trainers. And this is all bundled into one package, as well as your coaching fee for $140. Like, that's awesome. And it's such a great time to join my team with this package that sets you up for success. Like, how much better does that sound than just like, you can join my team with a challenge pack? It's scripted. Like, you learn, like, how does your audience, how you talk on social media, like, take that into actual action. But I think if you're feeling nervous, watch mine, watch Meg's, and kind of get some ideas on things that we cover and ways that we say things. And then maybe do your own the next day and take some notes, take some points if you have that time to do it. I think it's really helpful.
Yeah.
So I'll do it. I'll have mine done this weekend. I don't have a problem with doing it. For me, honestly, it's just making the time.
Right. Exactly.
So, yeah.
And that's why I was kind of perfect last week if you guys would have saw the video, because you already had the time set aside last Wednesday for there's like a hair and I can't find it. For the diamond call and the team call. So, maybe you have to skip a call one night. Maybe you have to skip a power hour and just do it later, do more the next day. Like, just maybe have to get up early or go to, like, it's a half an hour, but it's a half an hour that is going to grow your business exponentially as a leader. And I think that's the difference of what this group is about versus the team call. Because we're here to help you develop leadership skills. And how are you going to expect your coaches to go do a What Is Coaching call, or invite to a live event, or record their story even 5 minutes on an iPhone to share with their team if they're not seeing you do it? That's going to be really hard. It's not that I want you guys to like fly away from me, but there's no more joy than to see your coaches like whoosh, take off and say, I'll call you when I need you.
Yeah, I've got some coaches. I don't know if we're still talking about the same thing or not. I don't know.
Okay.
The one that said she was going to be a business builder has just kind of not been talking to me, not responding to me. So I actually sent out physical cards today to my coaches just to let them know I appreciate them and that I'm here for them, because like, they're not doing anything I've said that they're supposed to do, inviting 3 people a day and, all these things that we're supposed to do. So that's where I'm at, kind of discouraged, because I'm doing it. Those are the things I'm doing. And it reminded me when you said that about the video, because I am doing those things. Like, why aren't they?
Well, and with that too, like, you can't, I heard this the other day, just in a different context, but you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So you can give someone all the tools. And I'm actually handling this with a personally sponsored coach of mine who's been like struggling to like see success with this business. And, this is actually a great topic. So I'm glad you brought this up. And at Leadership, they talked a lot about knowing your team and their personalities. And that's what I did, had you guys read the article to figure out if you're ruby, sapphire, emerald, or pearl. Because there's a lot of you that are like me that are pearl. And so when I talk the way that my brain functions and my heart functions, you get it. Like it just clicks because you're a pearl. But I found that this coach that I've been struggling to like get motivated and to get like, go do these videos, go do these trainings, like the things that motivate her are not the same words that motivate me. And so we had a good conversation and I was like, can you like read this and tell me what you are? And she told me, and I knew exactly what she was going to be, because she was in corporate sales. And so she's just like my husband. And so I was reading her thing and I was like, I am so sorry. I have been leading you like I would want to be led, and not taking a step back to figure out what personality type and what actually like she's more motivated by facts and figures. So she's going to be more motivated with, okay, this is what you're going to make from 3 challenge packs. This is what you're going to make from 3 challenge packs plus 3 orders of Shakeology. This is what you're going to make when you hit emerald and you cycle like this. And I don't care about that, so I don't do it. It doesn't matter to me what it is, but that motivates her. So Lisa, you might have to ask them, and for all of you that are maybe struggling connecting with those certain coaches, to say like, oh, I can't like get in there, like I'm struggling. Have them read this test. Have them take this. So all of my new coaches that are signing up, I'm sending them this link to take this test that I know with ruby, sapphire, emerald, or pearl. And what's on my list to do is I'm going to have a sheet on my wall and I'm going to put ruby, emerald, and I'm going to list all of my coaches under the category that they are. So that helps me do 2 things, is that when I get on a team call, I know like, okay, a majority of them are pearl and sapphire. So I'm going to talk like I'm talking to pearls and sapphires. And then maybe if I have a few emeralds or rubies, I'm going to say a few things that might get across to them. And then if I have a one-on-one and I'm a pearl, so I'm talking to this person about fuzzy, warm relationships and like making people feel good, and they're like, dude, just give it to me straight. What am I going to make on this? Like, it's a big difference. So it might take you just saying, hey guys, I did this test with my upline. I would love to see, which category, which gem, they call it the gem, personality gem test, which gem you are, so I can be a better leader for you. And have them fill that out and see what they are. And you might be like, that's why it's not clicking. I'm not saying the right things for them to like click. Like I told my mom and dad, because my mom asked me, she goes, how many go-getters do you have? How many yous do you have? And I laughed because it was she asked me that question. I was still kind of figuring all this gem stuff out, and it like hit me at leadership conference. And so I was like, looking at it, like I have awesome go-getters, but when they fill out this gem test, they're all pearls. So it means like I'm really connecting, and my go-getters are just like me because I talk to them like they're just like me. But I know that I can have better and more go-getters if I can talk to more people in a way that they understand. So that's like my focus for February as a leader, is to really learn like personalities and how I need to shift things and, incentivize and motivate, and what kind of groups and what kind of, things get people moving. So I would encourage you guys, if you guys, for all your new coaches that you start enrolling, to have them do a gem test, or if you like the color test, do the color, but the gem was a little bit more simpler for me to understand and read and implement. Or if you're having, a struggle with current coaches, that might be something to think of as well. Or you can take it one step further too. Like if you're struggling with connecting with other coaches on our team, maybe we're, if we're a sea of pearls and maybe you're an emerald or a ruby, like it might be hard to connect. But I think that's good to know that it's nothing wrong with a coach. And it's just, we need to maybe invite some more rubies and emeralds or sapphires to be a part of the team. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that help, Lisa?
Yeah, it helps a lot. Absolutely. I'm going to implement those tests and see.
Yeah. And I think that's why too, like the No Excuses group was so good when we did it, because it allowed everyone to kind of check in and give them free reign of saying like, this is how I'm checking in, whether it's one time a day or, you know, it's one big chunk at a time, or it was like a little bit throughout the day as you got stuff done, or it was like, oh crap, I'm checking in for the last 3 days. You know, like all personalities were kind of welcome, and it didn't set like certain like lengthy videos or lengthy anything. It was just kind of like
Right.
do your stuff in a way that's comfortable for you. That makes sense?
Would there ever, I don't even know, because I ended up leaving it because I was just had so much going on and I was in a good groove. Is it still open, or would you consider reopening it?
We put a hold on it because we had the Rank It Up thing going on. We have the next level training going on. We have the Team Cup going on. So there was so much other accountability that it was kind of hit or miss. So we put a consensus to shut it down. And then I'm thinking we'll open it back up in March or April when things kind of like, when trainings kind of die down a little bit.
And is that open to anyone in Team Fabulous? Okay, so we can put our personal sponsor coaches in there.
The more the merrier. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, just let me know when you reopen it, so I'll hop back in it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I haven't closed it. I haven't shut the group.
Yeah.
So everyone's still in there, but we'll get it up and going in a little while, like a month or two. Oh my gosh, sorry. What the heck?
Are you going to talk about Team Cup?
Yes, thank you. I'm like pop-ups are popping up on my computer and I don't know what's going on. Okay. Team Cup. So who is on one?
I am.
All of you? Okay, perfect. Who is the captain?
I am.
Okay, Lisa.
Rachel's for ours.
Rachel. Who's your captain, Lisa?
A girl named Abby.
Is it on our team or your team or like what?
No, it's just somebody on some other team. I think she's on Danielle Natoni's team.
Okay.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, I don't even know if this is right. Like, are we supposed to be doing this?
Does not matter. You just need to be involved in the team. So
like,
however,
you guys, I don't know.
no. However it happens, that's fine. As long as you're on a team, that's all that matters. That's great. So how are you guys talking to your team? Are you guys doing calls? Are you doing a message thread? Are you doing a group?
We have a group.
You have a group?
Same. We have a group and we're doing calls. I think we're going to shoot for once a week because we did one yesterday, and I think we're going to try and just do it every Tuesday.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, so I tried to set up a call. We tried to set up a call, and then the one chick said she couldn't do it, and it just seems like a bunch of excuses, and I can't stand excuses. That's
right.
my pet peeve. So that's how we started off. No call, just posting our goals in the group, and so, but it'll be okay.
It'll be fine. Do you know any of the other girls that you're with or no?
No, one of the girls that's on our team is actually one of my coaches, which
Okay.
I've figured out that was a mistake because she's already crickets, and I feel like this is kind of making her feel, I don't know, pushing her away or what it is doing. But
What did she say? Like, have you been able to talk to her at all, or?
I haven't talked to her at all. I have had one getting started right call with this girl, and she keeps avoiding me, and then I'll ask her a question about something else, and she'll respond. But then, like, lately it's been nothing. It's been not even responding to the little things. How's life? So.
What's her Facebook activity? Like, is she on? Is she off?
She's not on Facebook a whole lot. She works as retail. And I'm like, I understand, and I told her about how you can schedule your posts because she does have a like page post.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever.
Page.
And she, it's just, I think it's hard for her to get into the groove of things with her family and everything, but she's killing the workouts. Her body's getting freaking cut, she's doing hammer and chisel.
So she has agency.
So I don't know. It's crazy where I'm at right now with, like, that's why I actually posted my team thing that's been sitting in my group, in my group for my coaches, for them to win a book.
Okay.
And nothing. And there was a really easy one on the very bottom line bingo to get. So, but like you
saw that bingo. I loved it.
It's personality. I would have loved that thing, but I'm trying to teach to myself and not them, I guess. So, as far as the Team Cup goes, I feel like I've connected with some other people actually from our team just recently that we've talked about future being on Team Cup together in August. So that's good.
Good. That's going to be here before you know it. Just put that one out.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome. That's great. For that coach that's yours, I would just continue to reach out to her once a week and just, if you want to more, but I wouldn't want to overwhelm her. Or do you have her message? Maybe text her and just say, hey, I don't know if your Facebook's working or whatever. I just wanted to check in with you and make sure everything's fine.
I could email her.
Yeah, you can email.
Mm-hmm.
So, but just focus on you, do you, and that's why it's like a team effort and an individual effort at the same time. So you guys can still hit your goal. You might just have to do a little bit more. Heather, how's your team?
We're good. We're quiet right now, but I think it's okay. I think everyone's just getting settled in the month. Our big goals this month are rank advancement. 4 of us are poised to rank advance this month, which, if I'm calculating it right, is the way we're set up is 18 points right there, because we're 2 coach downline pairs, and the coach that rank advance gets 3 points, and the upline coach gets 3 points. So, like, if Dawn hits emerald, I hit diamond.
Yeah.
And then Liz needs 1 more coach to get her emerald back, and then her coach needs 1 coach to get her emerald. So
okay. Wow.
Other 9 points. I know. So I posted my script presenting the opportunity right off the bat.
Okay.
And I just challenged everyone. I was like, use this every time. Like, just use this every time.
Right.
That's 18 points right there. Like, we each need 1 coach. And that's 18 points. Huge. And then what else did I post in there? Something else. I don't remember. But it feels good.
I like that rank just alone. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Just that rank advance. And if we all hit Success Club 5, that's almost tier 2 right there. Like,
yeah. That's pretty crazy. That's cool. I like that idea of focusing on a rank advancement, though.
Yeah. Well, because I think that's just setting up success.
Well, and if you guys focus on that and just rank advancing, like, that's going to help you hit Success Club anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not like you're not focusing on Success
Club. And it just adds that added little piece of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was listening to, it was from a couple weeks ago, Janelle's team call with Andrea Crowder.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about how rank advancing is just hitting emerald every 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, hello. Like,
yeah.
Why do we make it any more complicated than that?
I think we talked about that in the very, very beginning of this group, that it's like, okay, you hit emerald, now hit emerald again.
Yeah.
I hit it twice in 1 month. Like, okay, took you 6 weeks the first time. Now let's take you 4 weeks. Now let's take you every 2 weeks, you're hitting emerald. And you just continue to hit emerald. So, which is a good way to simplify it for your team too.
Yeah.
Yep. That's cool.
We're set up very well. So we'll see.
That's awesome. Now, could you be my personally sponsored?
Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that just be so great? I've already talked to her. You talked to her.
Twice.
Does that make it my turn?
I'm pretending this is a cocktail.
You guys know there's an inactive coach between Brittany and I. And so she just pours into me, and none of my success does anything for her. So,
it does. Stop. It does.
It does, but I'm not getting you any stars.
You give me volume. You just give me rank. You're a very important part of this team, so don't ever say that. Don't ever say that. I'm happy to take you under my wing, both you and Lisa. So, no stress, no stress. Yeah.
We've tried so hard. It's not working.
Lisa, at least yours talks to me. Anyways, okay. So that's awesome. Focusing on rank advance. Love it. That's great. Success Club will also come with that. So that's great.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, Lisa A., we have like 10 minutes for you and Alyssa.
Yeah, my kids are kind of loud, but
It's okay.
Janelle and I are hosting a group together this month, like my sister. So we have our teams in there. And
Good idea.
we're just focusing on, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Your face is frozen, but
Yeah,
we
we're
can
just
hear you.
we're just focusing on power of threes, like every day, just to share our power of threes. But I do like the idea of focusing on the rank advancement, Heather. I should add that into the group. Yeah.
I think if you remind them that part of the power of threes is not forgetting to invite to coaching.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because I think so many people, it's scary, and so they don't put it as part of their threes. Or maybe
I think sometimes you have to think it's separate. Like you have to invite 3 people to a challenge group and 3 people to coaching. Well, it can be the same 3 people.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Or, making sure, like, okay, you invited 3 to challenge groups. Now, do you have maybe 1 to coaching? And kind of focus on that just to make sure, like, it's just there. Or, what we did last week and I loved doing this, and I can't wait to see what next week brings based on volume numbers this week. But, doing a little incentive each week, focusing on volume, focusing on, who can enroll the most coaches or who builds their team the highest. And next week, we're going to do this. So starting tomorrow, we're going to do who has the highest weak leg growth. I don't want to do like total because that's not fair. But, if your number on Thursday was, like if you can take your average, like if you go into your leader ladder, you see your average from last week, like we can kind of figure out like who had the most growth that week. Mm-hmm. So, maybe incentivizing them with something with coaching to get them to do that for their power of threes. Like who can invite the most to coaching? Like even just inviting, that way there's no pressure for anyone to enroll, but just inviting. Or, who can you share 3 what has coaching done for you posts this week on your like page? And just get them comfortable with sharing coaching. Does that help? Does that make sense? Like that way you can tie it into your power of threes, because I think that's important, and I like that you guys are focusing on that. All right, Miss Alyssa, you're up.
So we're at 22 for Success Club right now, among the 5 of us. So kind of have a groove there, but our big focus has been also rank advancement. Tiffany's already going to advance.
Yeah.
And the other 4 of us are like just so freaking close. So
you guys all will by the end of the month.
We're working on it, but we really have been just focusing on, we have a page as well, and just sharing what's working, posting videos, posting tips, like an arsenal of anything and everything that has worked, and just like throwing it all out there and seeing what worked. And it's super cool. I had posted a tip yesterday, and because I'm at 10 right now. I already hit 10 in like 2 days, and I posted.
I just looked though. You're at 6. So did it go through today?
They literally just went up today, so it hasn't shown up on my Coach Online office was taking forever to the point the last couple days. They haven't been coming up as quick.
We've got an announcement that they're having issues with that.
Yeah. So I had one that just purchased like 15 minutes ago. And then I have another one that was a customer who became a coach with a challenge pack.
Yeah, you guys are crazy.
But with that, like I had posted a tip, and Miranda had tried it, and like instantly, like after doing it, had done a CP. So we have like Success Club we're in a groove with that, but it's really been like rank advancements, like just the camaraderie. We're all your personally sponsored people, so none of us like knew each other before. Mm-hmm. So just kind of, we're similar in personality and just in a good groove, and just focusing on relying on each other, calling each other out when we're not seeing certain things, or sharing the tips, sharing ideas, and the consistency piece definitely. And it's just We'll make it work. We'll make it work.
I think like what you guys, because I don't know if you guys know who's on her team, but it's Alyssa, Rachel, Tiffany, Miranda, and Caitlin. And you guys are all sneaky because you guys aren't diamonds, but you're running diamond businesses. But I think what's important for you guys to also to see with what they're doing is that like you guys are all sharing tips. You guys are all collaborating together. And what this does and why I like the team cups is it really helps you emerge as a leader. So maybe this is your first team cup ever. Maybe this is your first team cup leading one. Maybe this is your fourth team cup and they've all sucked in the past. It all develops to leadership. And I think it's a great time for you to step up. And even if your team doesn't step up, you continue to show up and be consistent and share your tips, share your tools, share your excitement. Because that's what makes a great leader is life happens, things get really crappy, but I'm still going to be here and I'm still going to show up and I'm still going to give you what I can with the time that I have and with the tools that I have. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that's why Alyssa, like what you guys have going on is going to really propel you guys.
Mm-hmm. And I think that was like, sometimes the mentality is like, oh, I found this, it works really good, I want to keep it to myself and just let it grow. And it's like, you forget, like, the more you're sharing that, the more you're growing your team. And it's just, you know, and it's cool to see when something works for you and you share it with a couple of people and they try it and it works. It's like, okay, duplicate this. Like, you know. So.
Yep. What was I going to say? I forgot. I can't believe you're at 10 already. I don't remember what I was going to say.
That's only because I get anxiety. So I'm like, I hate the first of the month. So I will work my tail off. get at least there.
Do you guys have any questions for me as far as, you know, what Team Cup or your business? Like, do you guys have any specific questions for me before we wrap up? No? No? Okay. For next week, for what I want you guys to turn in tomorrow, like, can you post tomorrow or Thursday is your diamond diagram. Or for you, Lisa, like your diamond, but like what's your next is 2-star. So kind of focusing on what do you need to have for 2-star. So map out what you need, like write out what you need. And then I would like to okay, this is what I have. What do I need to get still? Like 1 diamond, but do you need more coaches on each 2? So kind of knowing where you need to go so I can better help you kind of map out where to go with that. You know, maybe you guys work on you and Lorenz focus on building his business center.
We definitely are. I definitely want to focus on him. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because that'll help you guys both financially and for your first business center.
Yeah.
So.
That's the plan. That's the goal.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Who is everyone on here going to Summit? I don't know. Alyssa's on the wait list. Heather just came off.
Yep. I'm on the wait list.
You're on the wait list.
I don't even know.
You'll come off.
You will.
You will. They had so many spots last year, and so many people didn't show up. And I have to take me and Matt off the wait list. There's 2 people coming off, and then
how close to your due date is it?
Like a week and a half.
Oh.
You don't want to deliver in Tennessee?
Come on. That's the great hospitals. Come on.
What is it? Let me see. I think Summit is the 28, 29, 30, that weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my due date is the 12th. That's 40 weeks.
Yeah.
And then baby's measuring a week ahead. Since week 8, it's been a week ahead. So I'm like, great. So that's August 6th based on baby size. And then it's a C-section. So they're not going to wait until 39 weeks to the C-section. So I'm laughing. I'm like, I might actually have my baby the weekend of Summit. So I'm not going. And then I won't be able to fly, and I'm not sitting in the car for 14 hours. So, but Matt and I will have 2 rooms. So my point with that is, like, people will come off, life will happen, things will come up, and people won't be able to go. And last year they had no stipulations and no cancellation things or whatever. Like, if you just didn't go, you just didn't go. And you have to worry about your room. Now, if your room's not canceled by April, they're charging you the whole summit experience. So if Matt and I, like, don't cancel our room before April, whatever, then they'll charge us for Wednesday, whatever we have booked. So people will quit because now there's more skin in the game if they or not quit, but they'll come off the wait list because there's more skin in the game if they don't now. And I think even last year, like 10,000 people were able to go at the last minute. So just, I mean, have it in your head that you're going, like.
And have your ticket price tucked away in savings, because it was a bit of a, oh crap, I got to find $150. So, like, have it tucked away, because you get the email that you've come up the wait list.
And you have 24 hours.
You have 168 hours to buy your ticket. I think it's a week.
Oh,
so,
that's better.
Yeah, so if you don't have that $150 sitting somewhere, like, tuck it into savings, do something, because I had to budget for it this month.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly. So it's like, surprise, you're going to Summit.
So, but you know, like, could start looking at flights, start thinking about sitters if you need sitters or things for the kids, so that you're not coming off the wait list and going, no, I don't know if I can't because I need to quick do this. You know, so have those things in your mind, have time off of work, who's taking care of the dogs, who's taking care of the kids, who's taking care of the husband while you're gone for those 4 days, and start pricing out flights. What are flights going to run you, so that you're not going, I don't know if I can go because I don't know if I can afford a $300 flight, or maybe it's only $100, or but kind of get an idea of what flights are like around that time. And same thing with hotels. So if you are not, like, if you were to have your name come off the wait list and you go, I have so many things to get done for Summit, I would highly start recommending getting on the Summit site and looking at hotels, just even to see, like, what's available, what's not available. And again, just to have that price in your head as far as what it's going to cost. You know, we'll have our room will come up. Our room's obviously going to open. We have 2 rooms booked. So our rooms will come up. I don't know if they're doubles or kings or whatever, but, you know, so just, I'm going to actually see if I can, when I call, if I can transfer them to someone before I just say we're not coming. I'm going to call and see, like, we're not coming, but, you know, can I transfer it to a few coaches? And so I'm going to get that answer first, and then I will open it up to the team to see who needs a room still, and I'll share the price and whatever. And then, you know, maybe there's 2 of you that can split that room. So, alrighty. All right, guys. Well, it's good to see you.